Alright, so what's up everyone? This is Motonator here with what looks like it's going to be my first motovlog. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Probably going to be a real shit show. First vlog. Good idea. I'm thinking, talking about the perfect starter bike. Because I actually, okay, sure. I actually recently sold my Ninja 250. Oh, this guy really is in... This guy want to race or something? What are you doing? Yeah, so back on track. I recently sold my Ninja 250. Had it in storage for a long time. Oh, it's a chick. Interesting. I'll start this up after the light. Do I take off like a douchebag or do I ride like an individual? That's the real question. Douchebag it is! Alright, so back to talking about a perfect starter bike. Like I said, sold my Ninja 250 the other day and I ended up riding it to the guy's house because he didn't want to ride it himself. Whatever. I guess he didn't have his license, so I mean that's fair. And man, what a difference it is. Well, I don't know if I haven't talked about my bike yet. I'm riding a 2003 CBR 600RR here, and I mean she goes. But man, what a difference between this and the Ninja 250. Like the riding style is so different. It was so comfortable riding it to his house. Honestly, I got a little bit nostalgic when I was bringing it home to his house because I was like, I'm gonna miss this bike. I mean, it's super comfortable, rides well, and I mean, it looked great. I mean, I had a blue 2009 Ninja 250, and I mean, the thing looked fantastic. But yeah, so I know I went to YouTube a lot when I was, before I actually got my license, looking at videos on, you know, what the perfect starter bike would be. And, you know, there are some great videos out there, and there's a lot of, you know, debate, and it's really a hot button topic with people. Like, personally, people who say, you know, start on a 600, I mean, I would never want to start out on this thing. I'd definitely kill myself. But that being said, I mean, if you have self-control, I suppose you could start on one of these things and be perfectly good to go. But the good thing about the 250 is, it's a great bike. It holds its value really well. Like, yeah, the thing is, once you get used to it, I mean, you're probably going to get bored of it. Like, I had that thing, and I was just giving it to her. And yeah, I did get bored of it, and then I stepped up. But, I mean, that was also a year or so with that bike. And I mean, I feel like I'm a much better rider now because I went with the 250 first, as opposed to, you know, jumping into something like a sport bike right off the bat. I mean, the bike, I'm not like the tallest guy. I'm about 5'8", and I mean, that bike you can comfortably flat foot. Awesome thing about it too, if you want to get a second person on there, I mean, you can 100% do it. I've had me and a girl on the back of the bike with me. Oh yeah, look at him go. He's got a girl on the back of his bike. Oh wow, what a guy. But yeah, I mean, I've had people on the back of my bike on the 250, and I mean, it's still perfectly rideable. Like, I mean, the thing still moves. Obviously, you're going to see some issues with your braking, but I mean, that's what you expect. You got more weight on there. My brother also used to ride that bike, and he's a pretty big guy. I mean, he's almost 6 foot, probably like 220 pounds, so he's a pretty big guy. And I mean, he could still get up and go on that thing. So I mean, if you're thinking, you know, I'm a bigger guy, I weigh a little bit, and I'm gonna get on that and I'm not gonna be able to move, I mean, don't. Like, you're gonna be fine. That being, like, I've ridden a few different bikes. I've been around the block. I know what's out there. 650s are also great, like the Ninja 650, just that whole class of sport touring bikes. I guess that's what they're considered, sports touring, or sports bikes. They're not super sport, but that class, I mean, that class of bikes, they're also pretty good for a beginner as well. That being said, it has more power, it is a little bit heavier, so you will run into some things there. But I mean, if you're responsible enough, you're not gonna kill yourself on it. I'm trying to check out if that chick is good looking or not, but I can't really tell. Her windows are kind of tinted. The bike is kind of loud. It's got an Acropovic on it. And that's, I mean, that's how I bought it. And honestly, if I didn't buy it with the pipe like this on, I would have put one on it, but it sounds fantastic. The thing is, you want to buy the bike you want. That's a big thing too. Like, you want a bike that you're going to enjoy. You don't want to buy something that you're going to be like, oh, yeah. But that being said, Ninja 250, awesome looking bike. It looks just like the Ninja 650. And I mean, and it's a pretty, like, wide bike. Like, I mean, I've had a 125 before, and that bike is tiny. And I mean, it looks small. But, like, people who don't know any better think that the 250 is a bigger bike than it is. Like, don't let that discourage you. Don't let people discourage you from starting out on something small to be smart. It's not worth it. Like, you should be safe. Fuck what other people say. Yeah, so like I was saying, don't let people discourage you because it's a small bike. I mean, the only people that are going to judge you are assholes anyways. Like, who cares? You're on a bike, man. Respect. Enjoy it. There's nothing better than being on a motorcycle, to be honest, man. I'll tell you, it's just you and the road, and I mean, man, is it awesome. Like, you know, you watch videos, you know, like, if you guys are anything like me, man, and you guys still haven't gotten your bikes yet, I watch so many videos about motorcycles, because I wanted one so badly. And I mean, you hear all these people, all these motovloggers, you know, talking about how amazing it is, and they're not lying. It is amazing. I mean, it really is just as good, if not better, than how they describe it. Why aren't you going? Like, fuck. Wow. Like, I mean, it's gorgeous out, and, you know, I'm out here on the road, just fucking loving life here. But like I was saying, you know, talking about respect and motorcycles, like, I mean, the only people that are going to judge you for riding a 250 are just going to be, you know, the worst kind of people. I mean, I live in a small town here, and, you know, it's nothing but respect here in the motorcycle community. I mean, yeah, you know, you get those occasional, you know, Harley riders that are like, wow, fuck you, guy on a sport bike. But, you know, whatever, fuck those guys. They're just out there being arrogant, thinking they're better than everyone else. And I mean, fuck it, those are the kind of people you want to associate with anyways, so. I mean, and the thing is, the awesome thing about 250s, I mean, you can still go out on rides with people. Like I said, I used to ride a 250. I'd go on runs all the time with my dad. He rode a VMAX 1200. I mean, if you've seen that thing is a beast. It's essentially just a drag bike. And I mean, we'd go out with his buddy who rode a Ducati Street Fighter 1098. And I mean, you know, if they take off, I mean, you're not going to be able to keep up with them. But I mean, if you're riding, having a good time, you know, just riding the streets, riding out in the country, you know, even on the highway, I mean, you can keep up. 250's got some pull. And the thing is, you know, never buy one brand new. Like, I mean, unless you got money to blow, don't buy one brand new, buy one used. I mean, the things, they don't sell for too much. And and they hold their resale value so well. I bought my bike. I got it for a really greasy deal when I bought it, and I sold it after putting 8,000 kilometers on it for $800 more than what I paid for it. How crazy is that? Can you imagine that? I made money to ride 8,000 kilometers on a bike. That's fucking living the dream. That chick's judging me 100%. I'm doing like arm motions and she's just like, what the fuck is that guy doing? Yeah, so I'm showing you a bit of a city. I mean, it's a small town. Honestly, I don't know how many people live here. I think in my whole province, so I'm in Canada obviously, from province, and I probably sound like a Canadian, but in my province, there are like 500,000 people that live here, and I live in the main city, and I mean, I think it maybe is 250,000. I mean, I really don't know, but it's really not a lot of people. But I mean, you know, I love it here. I mean, we got Signal Hill. That's where we're headed up to now. And I mean, the view from here is fantastic. So in case you don't know where we are already, this is St. John's, Newfoundland. It's the most easterly province in Canada, and actually Cape Spear, which is I'll show you when we get up, is just down that way. Most easterly point in North America. We won't go there today, but we'll definitely make a trip up there because I mean there's not very many sights to see out here. Gorgeous day up here. People are judging. I don't care because I'm on a fucking motorcycle. I'm loving my life. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see way down there. That's Cape Spear. That's the most easterly point in all of Canada and all of North America. She was staring me down. That was weird. She probably saw the camera. She probably heard me talk about myself, saying like, what's this kid doing? What are you doing? Stop. Yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous here. Oh, Camaro! If you're questioning getting a bike, do it. It's going to be the best decision you'll ever make. If you have no prior riding experience, I mean, 250 going to be the perfect bike for you. What I always recommend is doing the motorcycle training. It's a great way, you know, get on the bike. You spend 12 hours out on a bike, you know, they teach you everything. That's what I did anyways. I mean, it was great. I loved it.